Hey y'all, it's Amanda Evans-Marsh, your host of Coffee Chats with Sold by Amanda. I'm so glad you're here, and we are talking all things real estate, community, and how you can find home wherever you are. This week, we've got new content for you, and I can't wait for you to check it out. Let's dive in. So I worked for Ethel Thomas years ago, Ethel and Mark, and they had worked with Patrick for years. And then by way of them, I ended up meeting Patrick, and he has made miracles happen in the mortgage business more than anyone I have ever met. I think there is like some important questions that people can ask. So if you were going out and you were a consumer, what is the one question that you would ask right off the bat, or make sure that in your conversation that you did ask, if you were hiring a mortgage lender, this is what a consumer needs to ask?
I think you want to ask for the LE once you get into the process, which is the loan estimate. And that's the estimate that ties lenders basically to what they're quoting. There's not, without getting too technical, you're pretty much tied to that LE estimate. Whereas a lot of lenders will send out Excel spreadsheets or closing cost worksheets. And those are just what they're worksheets. And so the fees can change. So that LE is very important. I would make my loan officer, before I made a decision, walk me through that whole loan estimate from top to bottom and go through everything, because a lot of hidden junk fees and originator costs, they kind of lump them in there together, and then watch that cash to close at the bottom, because that's always important. Because any of us can get a rate for, if a person says I want 5.5, well, any lender can do that, but what's it going to cost me to get that, right? And transparency. It should not be, you got to read the little print at the bottom. It's not like that. But you have to be careful, because some people do approach it that way. And, get the LE and then watch your cash for closing. Those are two very important steps, I think, as a buyer.
100% agree, because in my experience, I've seen so many buyers come to me, well, I'm pre-approved, here you go. And early on in my career, I saw people like making decisions based on things without knowing their estimated cash to close. And so you could obligate yourself very dangerously to a contract that you can't fulfill on your end as a buyer. And so that is one of my favorite things about you and the way that you do your business is that sheet is so clear and outlines exactly what those people can expect. Thanks for listening today, friends. I'm so glad you're here. If you'd like to keep updated with all of the new content and information, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to get the next notification for next week's drop.